Hello and welcome to the O Show. And here we are at Muscat Intercontinental Hotel with a fabulous artist whom we're going to meet in a few minutes' time. But first of all, let me introduce you to the O Show who's just joined us for the first time. We come live every Wednesday and from now on at 5 p.m. Of course, our previous guests have been fabulous and a lot of you have enjoyed their interviews, and if you haven't seen them, you can watch them at www.omanobserver.com. So, are we ready to meet? If you like music, this is the place to be. And if you want to love music and share it, please do from now, because we are going to meet our guest, and he is none other than Ziyad al Harbi. So, Ziyad, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good.
I'm going to give you this wonderful gift. So he's going to stay with us for the next few minutes, for a long session actually, because he is a musician, he's leading oud player, singer and composer, and he's had a fabulous show recently. He's going to tell us all about it, and he's been pretty busy. Do we need to change our minds?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So we will take you to our place. So Ziyad, it has been wonderful to follow you and how much of response we've got from our readers and how much they've enjoyed your music. When did it all start for you?
Well, it started a long time ago actually. I mean, I'm in love with music since I was a kid. So like around 6 years old, I was already busy with music at school.
Okay.
Of course, it started at school. So
Which school did you go to?
I studied in As-Salam private school.
Okay.
So that was one of the most popular schools in Asib area.
Okay.
So then, I mean, yeah, I was performing in this school, doing some kind of music shows, and then like it developed,
Okay.
and then it became like a really big hobby for me.
Okay, fabulous. And when did you realize it's oud, your line of music?
Okay, there's a story behind the oud thing. Actually, I was mainly performing keyboards and piano, and then I joined the Oriental band that belongs to currently Ministry of Culture and Heritage.
Heritage and Culture,
yeah,
yes.
but at that time we were like part of the it's called the Sports Youth Association.
Yes,
it was like culture and sport.
Yes.
So
For the youth.
Yeah, there
Youth affairs,
yes,
if I remember.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So there I came to know about the oud. So
Okay.
there was like, and I found that everyone plays oud has more, you know, he's more in the spotlight because it's like a solo instrument.
Okay.
So the nature of the instrument keeps you always in the spotlight.
Okay.
So I came to learn about it, like by self-learning, and then I liked the instrument and started playing it. Yeah, so that was around 2002, 2003.
So that's a tip from the youth. Actually, it's amazing, you know, what life takes you through, and I'm beginning to learn more and more from our guests that it's so important. The schooling and the foundation is so important, and the initiatives that have been taken. For example, the Youth Affairs Minister of Heritage. That's a decision he took, and years later now you can see him actually being on international stage. And in fact, you're also the only oud player to be in an opera.
No, actually, maybe the first oud player to perform in an Italian opera show. So a professional opera show.
Yes.
But usually they also host some different kind of oud performances in opera houses.
But
I mean the combination
show,
of the opera singing, the professional opera singing with the oud, with the orchestra. It was a first time to try it at the Royal Opera House Muscat, and it went very well.
So are we ready for some music or what?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So we will get the oud. I mean, oud is considered such a special instrument. It's considered one of the oldest instruments, right?
Yes,
in
it dates
the world?
really long time ago, and there's some kind of evolution. So even though it's a common instrument in Middle East, but you find a similar kind of instruments like lute and mandolin and sitar, and all of them almost same generic kind of.
Have you looked at all those instruments as well?
No, actually.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, so I hope in the
Not yet.
future we'll be able to.
Yes.
So we'll get to your oud. But
Okay.
before that, he started with the organ. But right now, because Muscat Intercontinental Hotel has the perfect piano, let's go, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I always perform piano. I mean, when I do composition
Composes.
and do the melody and the singing.
Okay.
So I'm not a very professional pianist
Yeah.
because that was a long time ago. I focused on oud,
Yeah.
but I can play some. So
Okay.
with
So let's
singing.
imagine you're going to compose and you also sing. That also happened at that time while you were in the.
No, singing came later on because
Oh.
actually I was studying abroad.
Yes.
So I took my instrument with me. So when I was performing, no one was singing there. So my friend, my student colleagues, the colleague friends, they said, "Please sing." So I
Okay.
had to sing, and then that helped me to, also improve my singing skills.
Excellent.
Yes.
So here we are.
لو يوم أحد في وحدتك نادى عليك ثم التفت وشفت ما حولك أحد، هذا أنا من كثر ما فكرت فيك ناديت لك، والكل منا في بلد يكفي إلهنا ومقدار أوله عليك أكثر من الوله كني طفل النساء يكبر يحبك بإحساس يكفي قلوب الناس، يحبك بإحساس يكفي قلوب الناس.
Beautiful. Now we know why you're really growing in your career. And so that's a beautiful performance. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Although he was hesitant initially, now we know why he's such a good artist, because the musician most of the time sings too, I suppose.
I mean, they have to sing, especially if you are not only a performer. So if you are a composer, you really need to feel, the lyrics and try to understand how singing.
But do you
work as
write
well.
lyrics now? Poetry?
Occasionally, yes.
Do you
It
take
depends.
poems from other people, from the other Omani writers?
Definitely. I always prefer to take, the poem from, a well-known Omani poets,
Yes.
especially in our big projects.
Okay.
But sometimes, for my own kind of composition, sometimes I end up also writing some lyrics and
Ah.
for as well like small advertisements
Okay.
where it's
Oh.
easier. But
Yes.
I'm not a poet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, there are a lot of poets in Oman. And when we talk about poetry, I actually begin to think about the desert in Oman. And I think places like Mirbat, the poets and poems were always celebrated
Yes.
in Oman.
Yes. Sure.
So let's take a seat because we have a lot more questions
Okay.
to ask you.
So I'll put this
Yes.
in.
Thank you. And that's the beautiful instrument you're going to see in a few minutes' time. In many situations, music has changed people's lives. Have you ever felt that has been the case?
Definitely. I think music helped me to improve a lot of personal skills which I have. It helped me, also supported me in my work and my studies. So if I were not a musician, I would have been in a position where I can face crowd, speak freely,
Oh yes.
and that kind of
communication skills. You really came out. It's a personality
skills,
development.
planning skills a lot, because I mean you have to respect the art you are doing, and especially when it comes into rehearsals and performances, then you really have to have a good planning. You have to be on time. So all of these, I feel these personal skills developed because of music and because of me being musician.
Okay.
Plus also so many other proven, I mean, psychology studies that music really also helps to stimulate the brain, and
that's what I've
and
heard.
I really feel that.
It opens up many areas in the brain, I think.
Exactly.
The waves.
Because you have to use two hands, you know, and you have to use both brains, the left and the right one. So
would you say that to all the parents who are listening to, watching us right now? Would you actually encourage them to develop it as a skill, because it's extracurricular activity for a student, but it could take them a long way?
Exactly. I always really recommend parents to look at any kind of hobbies or interest to their children and try to support them, because at the end maybe someone will feel that it's a waste of time, it might affect their studies and so on, but it's not at all. It's actually supporting it. So I really encourage everyone to really look into this.
I'm sure everyone is waiting for you to perform on the oud now. And so this is a beautiful instrument we've been waiting for, a tradition of the Arab world and Middle East. And of course, it has got different forms throughout the global history of music, because as we mentioned earlier, it's got the lute, it's got the tamburas, the sitar. And so what are we going to perform now? The song first you performed, is that something from your collection of music?
No, that's actually a well-known song for my favorite singer, Abdul Majid Abdullah. He's a well-known Saudi singer, and I always like to sing his songs.
Okay.
I mean, he's my idol singer, and that's reflected in also my musical career.
Really?
So,
okay. How interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to perform a traditional Omani song. Talks about beautiful Oman.
Okay.
And we performed this song in US, and we rearranged it in a different way, but unfortunately I'm alone.
Yes.
I mean, we rearranged it with the guitar and qanun, so all strings instruments.
Okay.
And I'm going to perform
I hope we can also see you in concert soon. This was his performance in Kennedy Center, if I'm right, or?
Yeah, we performed in Kennedy Center 2014, but this piece of music was in our recent trip to US, that was in March this year.
Okay.
And we performed in the George Washington University.
Okay.
And the Sultan Qaboos Cultural Center in Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is where we performed.
Okay. Excellent. So here we go. Ziyad al Harbi. Beautiful. So how old the song would be, do you think?
Well, mean, this song is actually part of a traditional rhythm called madar. So the rhythm itself, the music itself is really old, but usually people
change the lyrics
change
maybe.
a little bit in the lyrics and also in the arrangement. So this is actually a recent song based on this madar rhythm.
Okay.
But the origins of this rhythm is really long time ago. I don't know exactly.
Of course, I can imagine because it's traditional.
Yes,
It must have been there
very
for many,
traditional.
many years.
It's from the south part of Oman.
Ah, so from Dhofar.
Dhofar.
See, this is what I told you because I know it's really celebrated the poetry, and I think Mirbat has something else like Nana.
Yeah, there's a lot of traditional music like Nana, Rabuba, Bar'a, also Madar, also Tabl. These are all.
And Sharqiya also has a lot.
Every part of Oman has a specific kind of traditional music, and it's really rich.
Yes.
When you look at the list of traditional.
Have you thought of doing research on it actually?
Okay, that's interesting. Actually, I'll be traveling to Gopar
Really?
very soon. Yes, to
Okay.
do some kind of research. I'm involved in a very big project where
Okay.
I have to compose the music,
Okay.
and this project is built on the frankincense tree.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I need to go explore the music, the traditional music associated with this whole frankincense industry.
Oh, it's mind blowing to even think about it. But honestly, I don't know anything about it. So I'm really, really blessed. So it was so interesting. Now, you're also a member of the Oud Hobbyist Association and a member of the Eastern Strings Band.
Eastern style.
Okay. So, could you tell us more about the Oud Association? Because I know it's actually bringing out a lot of artists
Yes,
together.
Actually, we are really honored to have His Majesty's interest in the oud instrument itself. So he ordered to establish the Oud Hobbyist Association, aimed to really build oud skills in the country, and this is the first kind of government association in the whole Middle East region. So
Okay.
this is really an honor for us, and
How many members are there?
there's a lot of members,
Okay.
like hundreds.
Oh, really?
But the fixed ones, let's say, who were able to really perform and represent Oman in the big shows, we're talking about 50 to 60
Beautiful.
main fixed musicians,
Okay.
with high level of.
And there is a huge demand for oud performers, isn't there?
Yes, especially after because of the association, we started performing outside, and then it really made the Omani player popular.
Okay.
And a lot of events, exhibitions, cultural gatherings, they really would like to show the Omani culture and the Omani music. So
You yourself have gone to 20 different countries.
yes, sure. And that's also something which I'm very proud of. I mean, it's not a matter of going, traveling and performance, but it's actually representing the country.
Your country and your
my
tradition,
culture.
yes.
And the surprising thing that all our concerts performed outside Oman, it gained a lot of interest and it was very successful. So although we sing Arabic songs or Omani songs, but we still feel the audience attached to what you are doing, and that itself is really something we are proud of.
Beautiful. So what are you going to perform next for us?
Okay, I haven't thought of. Let me think of. Maybe I'll perform. Music which I composed.
Oh, beautiful.
Dedicated to my mother.
Ah.
It's my first academic composition. so
Okay.
it's
What do you mean by academic composition?
academic? Actually, in the Arabic classic music, there are some kind of music modules. So if you follow a specific structure,
Okay.
then you can have an officially recorded composition based on that. So it's
Okay.
called Sama'i.
Okay.
So everyone can perform Sama'i, but to perform Sama'i you need to follow specific rules.
Meters and
Exactly,
aha.
and if you followed that and you performed it, then it
It's
will be
accepted.
Accepted, exactly.
Okay. And this is called, one more time, the name
It's
of
called
the
Sama'i Wala al Hams.
Samai wal
Wala al-Hams.
al-Hams.
Wala
Hams.
al-Hams.
Okay,
Al-Hams.
al-Hams.
Yeah, the whispering.
Ah, the whispering.
Actually, Sama'i is a really long one. It
Okay.
takes up to 10 minutes.
Oh,
So I performed the first
Intro.
Exactly.
that's it. Okay. And I just want to say it's been so wonderful. You've worked with children. I was just looking at here. Mastro Stephen Mercuria also you worked with?
Yes, that was part of this Italian opera show. So he was the conductor of the full show, and he came with the idea of introducing the oud. So he's a really well-known American-Italian conductor performing in state-of-art stages. And then he came with the idea, and we met. He asked me to compose an oud part for
Okay.
some of this act shows
Okay.
in the opera.
Okay.
And also he played guitar while I was playing oud. So
Okay.
usually the conductor doesn't play an instrument, so it was like as well as like an honor
Yes.
for him to join me
Yes.
in that kind of music with the orchestra and perform the guitar.
How
so
wonderful.
he's also a guitarist.
And you also performed the lead Sahara Al Arab song among many other Arab musicians.
Yes, actually, Sahara Al Arab is a CSR project that belongs to Land Rover and Sony Music, and the idea was to compose a song based on sounds from the Middle East, natural sounds. So nothing was recorded in a studio. It was all like
Outdoors.
animal sounds, trees, souks,
Okay.
with traditional music in 5-6 countries in the Middle East.
Okay.
And then I was selected to do the main vocal for this song.
Wonderful.
And it was a project with John Mariachi. He's a well-known Lebanese arranger and producer. So he like recommended me to be part of it.
Ziyad Al Harbi, one final question would be, what is your dream next? What would you like to achieve? It's all happening and I wish you all the best, but I'm sure everyone has a dream, and what would be yours?
Well, that's a very difficult question. I think there's no such limit for
Yes.
any musician to dream, because music is really a big world, and of course one of my main dreams is to be a conductor, or to perform a full concert with all full compositions of mine with a big orchestra.
Wow.
and make like big shows. That's my main dream, as well as composition. I really want to grow in composition
And produce albums.
Exactly.
Beautiful. It's all there and flow like the water, as they
Yes.
say. Definitely you're in the right place, the right time. Like the infrastructure has been set for you, as in the case of oud. Hobbies Association and the opportunities I'm sure will come towards you because you're such a dedicated musician.
Yes,
We have a surprise for you.
Oh,
I don't know where the artist is. Stefan Grant has been watching you throughout, and he's actually he's an artist from Scotland. And of course now you can meet each other.
yes.
And he does portraits and he actually follows people, right? Stefan, tell me.
Well, yeah, I do mostly quick sketches, as you can see here. I sketch quick. I like watching and drawing people and they're actually doing things rather than sitting and posing. It's much better to see people in action. So you have to draw reasonably quickly.
Oh.
And to get the sort of idea of, especially even there with your
Yes,
instrument
you
and
set
stuff,
it.
they set it up. It's quite
See, your
sort of
own
Yes.
is there.
Yes.
there. And trying to get the sort of face and the features and the movement of the things, how you
And the
talk about it.
posture while you're
The
playing the
postures, how you
oud.
sit and that sort of thing.
It's really nice surprise and
Yeah.
well done. I mean,
Thank you. That was
you
great
got it
playing.
right in
It
10
was-
minutes time.
And he develops from his sketches.
Yeah,
the
I
bigger
take them
things.
back to the studio and maybe use some. Sometimes I use photographs, but most of the times I can just remember with the sketches, and then photographs may be used just for a bit of colour or something like that. But they're normally quite quick. But it was such inspirational thing to do when you were playing.
Yes.
It's such a joy to see someone
Thank you.
who's passionate about the work and loves what they're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we're truly honoured, Oman Observer, to have artists like you, and of course you, Ziyad,
Yes.
maybe Doctor, inshallah.
Maybe, why not?
With research going on.
Yes.
And so we're looking forward to see you with that title, and wish you all the best. And thank you so much
Thanks.
for coming with us.
Thank you. Thanks for the Observer, Oman, and the team for making this really enjoyable.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Stephen, again,
No problem.
and for inspiring
It's
us
a pleasure.
even more. So we know that our journey is right, the O Show. And our special thanks going out to Intercontinental Hotel Muscat for giving us this wonderful setting to really enjoy the artist, the musician. So it's been fabulous with our team, Midyan Raja Alpha, Nasser Al Harasi. I'm Lakshmi Karpanet with Vinod Nair, wishing you a beautiful time, and thank you for joining us, and share it so more people can enjoy these artists and their work. Thank you.